Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Cattle-Lackie. We're still in September 1. We're going to do some mowing today. Picking up basically where we left off here in Hubbard, Nebraska. In our last episode, we struggled mightily to get our cows fed and to get bedding put down for them. We got that done, and oh shoot, the curse of the parked vehicle. We got our cows all taken care of finally after much monkey shines and having to purchase a straw shredder. But they now have sufficient food, they've got sufficient bedding, and off we go to actually get something done. As I said, it's still the same day as it was when we started, September 1. We have 2 fields of grass we need to mow today. That one right there, which we're going to get started in a moment, and one up here. Or actually, I think we've got 2 up here. Definitely get one cut today for sure. Probably the bigger one of the 2. And I hope to get this cut, tedded, and baled and in the bale barn today. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Everybody's having a great week. Traffic on this map is kind of interesting too. I noticed that it's pretty forgiving. It generally yields well. If you stop in the road, it doesn't run into you, slam into you as you're driving down the road. You know, this is one of those maps. If you were with me for my last series, you know, I kind of lamented the inevitable announcement that we all heard a few weeks back that we can now look forward to Farming Simulator 25, which, by the way, everything I've seen so far, it looks pretty amazing. It looks like we're going to have a really good product in our hands here in a few months. But you know, in the days since the announcement, several maps have come out, several mods have come out. You know, maps like this have come out. And I recall, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was this map maker, but I recall a map maker indicating that in a map that was released, I think it was a 4X map, he said that he had been working on the map for nearly 3 years. That's as long as Farming Simulator 22 had been out. And the map came out. It was absolutely amazing. And of course, I can't remember the name of it. But I think that's just an indication, you know, that it really does take a long time for the best part of this game, which is these maps and the mods that go with the game, to kind of catch up to the game and keep pace with it. And again, here we are. You know, we seem to finally have hit our sweet spot, and we're going to start all over again and watch the modders all have to play catch up. I really do wish there was something that could be done about that. So that they could get up to speed a little bit quicker, and we could enjoy maps like this a little bit, you know, earlier in the game's maturity. Anyway, okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about getting this grass cut. And of course, Saving Simulator. And I don't know if it must be the size of this map. It seems to take forever to save. Okay, let's see here. What have I got? What? Holy buckets. All right, yeah, it looks about right. 10 meters. Number of headlands, we're going to do 3, I think. Yeah, we'll do them smooth. I'll go pretty good overlap on it. I'll go to 25%. Rows to skip 1. Field margin, I'll go to I think I'm going to go to -8. That works. All right. Generate. Oh gosh, that looks ugly. Okay. And go. "58 minutes, so that's not bad. An hour in game." Okay. All right, things are looking pretty good. Uh-oh, we've got rain forecast. I don't know when that's coming. Let's see how we do on this turn here. Hopefully we don't mow those soybeans down. Oh wow, there's weeds in those things. Well, I do have a sprayer, and we are a little ways away from those things being ready to be harvested, I believe. Let's see. Let's look at the map here. It's 106. Pretty much today's it. Looks like we'll be ready next month. Okay. Well, if we have an opportunity, we may go ahead and spray those. We'll just have to see. Interestingly enough, the field straight ahead of us is ours as well, and I don't see any weeds in that one. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and save this course. It's looking pretty good. Let's see, 10 meter mow, 107. All right. Okay, looking pretty good. Now let's move on to the next exercise here. Which would be this. All right, you got this dinky little field here. We're going to go ahead and mow it. Get this set up with a course as well. This thing's so small, I almost feel like, that's not right. 2, 3 headlands. You know what? Let me see here. I gotta. These offset tools, boy. I don't know about any of you people, but working with these things sometimes, ugh. Okay. Hey, let's go with that. I'll say 4 meters. I don't know if it is or not. Skip one. Oh, okay, I did. All right. Oh, shoot. You know what? I want to do that counterclockwise. Forgive me, folks. Let me get this. I haven't played Farming Simulator in quite a while, and it's starting to show. There we go. Let's do this. Okay. Back. Alrighty. And let's see what we got here. Oh, don't hit trees. All right. Let's see if we can get around one headland here without hitting anything. We'll be in pretty good shape. What in the world? Yeah, this field over here might actually become a yard expansion in the event that we need more space for sheds or parking or what have you. These little kind of All right. Well, seems to be working. Okay, we've got better things to do. So we need to ted and bale all this stuff, which is all well and good. There's only one problem. We don't have any bale twine or net wrap for our balers, so we're going to take off to the shop and go pick some up. And I guess I'll get bale twine because I'm going to make square bales, not round this time. All right. So how is everybody? Is everyone excited about FS25? You know, what have you seen so far that you really, really like? What is it you haven't heard or haven't seen that you're hoping to see? It does look like, obviously, the effects, the visuals will look absolutely stunning. You know, looks like there's going to be a lot in terms of like environmental impact and effect. Things like ground deformation from tractor tires and so on and so forth. A lot of really neat stuff. I'm curious to see what what gameplay enhancements have been incorporated into the game. I know that GPS looks like it's going to be a standard right out of the box tool. That would be kind of nice. I was, you know, I kind of was wondering if you know, Courseplay and Autodrive have been a staple in this game for, wow, I mean, at least since 17, and maybe even before that. Boy, I'm oversteering something terrible with this truck. But I'm just curious to see if any, some version of either of those two scripts will be included in the game or not. Again, you know, now that they're no longer supporting the old Xbox and PS5 consoles, I would hope that there would be an opportunity for significant enhancement in regard to that. Excuse me. I had a little popcorn before I started recording. That probably wasn't the smartest of ideas. Okay. Oh, guess what'll come out back here. Okay, what do we need? We need twine. So let's see. Pallets. Molasses. Crone twine right here. And it is twine. Okay, configuration pallet, vehicle. What? Oh, wow. Okay, I think we'll just go with that. $250 for 48 pieces. And you know what, while we're here, we may as well go ahead and see about getting some net wrap as well. But let's see. Oh, that's straw harvest pack, okay. Okay, where am I missing the standard net wrap? Icon. Right here? Yeah, right here. White. Okay. Shoot. You know what? Good Lord. I did not. Hang on a second, folks. So, to get everything done easily, I was using store delivery. Yeah, there it is. There it sits. Well, great. I guess we could have saved ourselves a trip, right? I was using store deliveries to get everything. Interesting. To get everything, it's just kind of in place a lot quicker. So I meant to shut it off, and I apparently forgot. So I tortured you with a miserable ride to the shop for absolutely nothing. Sorry about that. All right, let's head back, and then we'll gather that up and get it put away. Maybe on our trusty shelves out there. I actually need to load up the baler with the twine, so I guess we can get that done. Boy, it sounds like a big bad truck. Yeah, so I'm really not quite sure what I'm going to do here with these fields. I've got seasons on. I typically don't play with seasons. I like the pace of wash, rinse, repeat. But this will challenge us a little bit. You know, we do have to make sure that we have enough food for these animals. This map also supports alfalfa, which also sells really well. So I do want to get into some of that, get some of it planted, and perhaps see about using it in our application here as well. I did look at this fermenting silo. I did see that while it supports your typical grass silage and chaff, corn silage, and even hay silage, it doesn't support alfalfa silage. So, but I think there are some fermenters that do, if I'm not mistaken. All right, that was a wasted trip. Let's go ahead and grab our telehandler there. We'll get it out and grab our twine. You know, talk about being a creature of habit. especially now, this late in the game's life, you see a lot of content creators starting series, and they're saying, "Oh, I want to use something different. You know, I always use this trailer. I always use that tractor," and it's kind of interesting, and it's funny because they all do it, and I guess I'm absolutely no different. I'm kind of the same way. There are certain implements I like, certain trailers I like, certain mowers I like, and telehandlers. I've always gone after the JCBs. I have rarely used anything else. And it's funny because in 19 I used to use that green one all the time. I can't remember the name of it now. It's in 22. I used it exclusively, and in 22 I've used the JCBs almost exclusively. Okay, so let's see. This is the. All right. This is the net wrap for our round baler. I'm just going to run it down here and see if it'll fit on the shelf, and if I can get it on the shelf. Let's zoom in a bit. But yeah, anyway, back to speaking about favorite, like implements, tractors, or whatever. It's funny how I had my favorites. I knocked down, you know, in 19 I had ones that I absolutely loved, used all the time, and even though the same one showed up in 22, I rarely carried my favoritism forward, with the exception of one implement. In fact, I have it. It's the XML fertilizer spreader. That is one that I used in 19. Absolutely loved it, and it came out right away in 22, and yeah, I use it pretty much exclusively. Obviously, on big fields like these, I have to have something bigger, but it's funny how that one stood the test of time, so to speak. Okay, let me set this down here. Let's grab a tractor and grab our baler and see if we can get this thing full without having a fiasco. I don't think this tractor is big enough to run that baler, but it is big enough to pull it out of the barn and hopefully get it loaded with twine. Ooh, a little tight in here. All right. Okay. Get the menu up here so I can see what we're doing. Baler size. 220, 240. Yeah, 240. Oh yeah, she's struggling to pull that. Let's get over here. Open cover. Don't know what cover opened. Oh, are you kidding me? Open cover N. Wow. And it won't open. Whoa. Okay then. Apparently we took all of that. 6,000 meters, although I thought I had more than that. Let's see, twine storage, 42 of 54. No, so 42 of 54. So it actually could have taken some more yet. But yeah, it took all of it. All right. Okay. Now let me get this thing up here and kind of off to the side. I'm not quite sure yet what tractor we'll use to. Oh, actually, yeah, I am. I know what we'll do. I think we'll use the Puma, I think, to check and see what the horsepower requirement on that thing is, but we should be okay. If not, well, it'll give JD an opportunity to go buy another tractor. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, in the wrong thing. Everything's parked too close together. There we go. Oh, this is a neat mower. This Elo or Elo or however you want to pronounce it. I love the fact that it. Whoa. I love the fact that it. Oh shoot! I can't detach it like this. I just love the fact that it will swath or it will widespread, and you can use it driving forwards or backwards. I know it's intended to be driven. It's intended to be driven backwards, but hey, it works. Better not set it there. You know what? Let's just go over here. And this building also has a workshop in it. Okay. There's that. I think this is 185 or 190 horsepower. I better check and see what this baler takes. Let's take a quick peek here. Baler. Oh, 258 horsepower. Hold the phone. What is this tractor? It is 225 horsepower. Ugh. We're kind of right on the jagged edge, aren't we? That's 175. Yeah. That's 305. So the 7R will do it. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. Guess we'll use that 7R. I kind of hate it too, but okay. Heck with it. It's what we've got. Unless I can talk JD into spending some money, right? Put this back. Be the rows between these two thorns here. All right. Well, looks like our mower finished working. We need to get it back over here and hook up the tedder to it. Nice thing about having multiple repair bays, to pretty much take care of anything from wherever we're at. So, John Deere 7R, customize, wheels. Oh, wow. 305, okay. Continental. Standard. Wheel weights. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll go with that. Customize, yes. Shoot. I have got, you know what? I've got to shut that off right now. Where did that thing go? Oh, it stayed there. Okay. I do want to shut that. Let's see, Alt Shift Reset. There. Now everything goes to the shop where it belongs. Okay. Maybe I need to tell JD that he needs to buy a case magnum. All right, we're done. Well, I guess we're done, such as it is. We left a lot of pieces laying here. Let's see what we can do about fixing this up a little bit. this is one thing I need to get better at. I am a horrible farmer. I like the whole farm managing thing. You know, I absolutely love automation, but I am horrible at doing things myself. I get such a kick out of these content creators who can that don't use Courseplay, they don't use Autodrive, they basically do it all themselves. People like Daggerwin, Chainsaw 100 come to mind. And what's really intriguing is the fact that they can do that, and while they're doing that, they're talking. I struggle to editorialize just while I'm setting up my tractors and things to work. And these guys are just driving along and chit chatting, you know, never missing a beat. I suppose that's why they're really good at what they do, and I will probably never live stream. It would either be a whole bunch of mishaps with equipment or a bunch of dead air or both. Okay, let's go ahead and ditch this mower, and we'll grab the tedder and get that tedded. Just real quick here, I want to see where the crone is. Oh, it's got 30 minutes left to go. Okay. Which means I've been talking for 30 minutes. Ugh. One of the things I really had kind of set my mind to do for the series was try to keep episodes to no more than 40 minutes. You know, I know a lot of content creators will do that. You know, it's like 30 minutes, that's it. And whoop, come on. See what I mean? I can't do two things at once. Okay. 30 minutes and that's it. You know, others will go on for an hour with absolutely no problem. I seem to be all over the place. I will record an hour and 15 hour and 20 minutes worth of material and then struggle to edit down to 45 minutes. But my goal for the series was to try to keep things in that 30 to 40 minute window. I think most people generally prefer that. I know that people's lives are really, really busy, and most people have better things to do than listen to me jabber for an hour. So, as if you followed my last series, you'll know that I tend to favor smaller content creators over some of the big guys. It's not that I don't enjoy the bigger content creators. I actually do. I follow several of them. Farm Sim Guy, Scroff, people like that, Farmer Cop, Farmer Klein, Mr. Sealy P. But I just really, really appreciate, you know, the little guys and the work that they do. I always say, you know, I can identify with them because they struggle like I do when it comes to, good Lord, what'd that mower do? They struggle like I do when it comes to certain things like implements not quite working the way they should, not being able to get straw into a barn not taking bales, taking hay bales but not straw bales, and they get it. And what I appreciate about most of them is, you know, they don't it isn't about a big video production for them. You know, they don't edit all that stuff out to make it look pretty. You get to see them warts and all, as I say. And as I'm doing this, I'm challenging myself here. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually driving the tractor and talking at the same time. But stay tuned. I'm due to screw up any moment now. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Oh, so far so good. Nice big wide tedder, I like that. Speaking of small content creators, I'm just curious if my favorite content creators are Crustu, Northern Farm Sim, Zorch, people like that. I really enjoy those guys. And what's funny about that whole group, Rusty Money Gaming, is they all kind of stick together, which is really nice. And I know there are several other ones whose names aren't coming to mind at the moment, but they, you know, they've developed this really kind of neat, close knit community. They all work together. They all support each other's work, support each other's channels, support each other's live streams, and they do these collaborative challenges, which are kind of neat. You know, one of them will throw out a challenge like the Alone in the World, or the Pioneer Challenge right now that Rusty Money Gaming and Crustu are doing. Several of the other guys have joined in on. Crustu earlier this year did a 200 horsepower challenge, and it was pretty interesting. In fact, at one point I think there were double-digit content creators participating in that one, even some bigger ones. But I just love how they all kind of feed off of one another, and as a result of all that, I mean, individually and collectively, their channels have grown significantly. And it's just kind of nice to see. You know, it's not all about you know, the big content creators who are being remunerated for their work. You know, who may or may not have an agenda outside just playing the game and having fun. But anyway, yeah. If you don't know who any of those guys are, I encourage you to go check them out. If I remember, I will put a link to some of their channels in my description. Okay, how about that? Great, we got that done. Let's turn off the header. All right. Well, this is due to get windrowed, so we may as well bring the tedder over here, drop it, and we'll go ahead and go get the windrow. I think I'll use that smaller one as opposed to that mammoth one. There we go. All right. I turned on my interactive zone markers. I had a problem earlier and forgot to shut them back off. Interestingly enough, I always play with them on, and they typically don't bother me, but this setup on this farm, I guess because there's just so much stuff, I noticed them starting to irritate me a little bit. So, oh my word, look at how much that plow has moved. Oh, I won't even use that thing, and I'm going to have to get rid of it. It's already spun completely around. Again, that just flabbergasts me. Amazes me that happens. All right. How we doing on the mowing? 23 minutes left. Okay. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to attempt this one on my own, so let's just go ahead and bring up the... I should probably shut that off. Of course, about the time I shut the automatic save off, something bad's going to happen. I won't have saved in like 45 minutes or an hour, and I will lose a whole bunch of stuff. If you can hear the ice rattling in the glass, yes, it is heavy duty drink, Orange Crush. All right, one headland. We're not going to skip any rows. I better be careful. Let's just do. Okay, we'll see what that gets us. Ah, I did it again. Now that one wants to go counterclockwise because that's what I did last time. Hold on, folks. Clockwise, generate. All right, go. Take a whopping 7 minutes. Yeah, I didn't have that offset right on that mower and leaving a big band on the edge there. May have to run around and scoop that up. Tell you what I am going to do here is copy that course. Oh wow, holy buckets, that thing really missed a lot. See how we're doing here. Ugh. Looks like we're leaving some on the ends. Alright, I think I know what that is. Let's see. Courseplay. Show course. Field activated. Aha. Raise tools late, lower tools early. 5 and 3. Okay, bear with me, folks. It's going to save again. So that setting there in Courseplay, you know, if you ever use that and you get to the end of the rows and you notice that you're not quite finishing out the row, you're leaving work unfinished, where you're leaving a small strip that's undone. A lot of times, if you change the priority of the raise tools and the lower tools, it always has raise early and lower late, and I don't understand that. To me, that's backwards. You should raise late and lower early. But a lot of times, if you switch them around, that typically solves that problem. Let's see here if it. Yeah, there it mowed all the way through that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and go back through and see about fixing that. Ugh. Here, right there, you can tell that it picked up too early, and then there it's laying it down at the right time. Oh well. Okay. All right. Let's get over here on our baling machine and get it fired up. And I have it parked too, so let's get it unparked. And let's see. There. And if you're wondering what I just did, I just copied that temporary course from our windrower over there into into Courseplay for this tractor. So it will run that same temporary course, even though I did not save it as a temporary course. I save most of my courses, but I don't know if I'm keeping that field, so I didn't bother to save the course for that. Let's see, what I think we're going to do here while that thing is still running is, let me get my menu up. Let's unfold the baler. Okay. Turn on the baler. And get over here and we'll lower the pickup. Otherwise we're picking up stones. Not a real wide pickup on this thing. Yep, not at all. Well, all that loose stuff did amount to 20% of a bale, so not too bad. Not horrible. Move over here and get out of the way. There. Shut things down, and I'll start at nearest waypoint when I'm ready to go. I don't know how many bales, if a lot at all, will get off of this little patch here. It won't be much. Like I said, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with this field. I don't even know if it's worth plowing up and replanting. Every one of these fields needs to be plowed. Oh, and I do have precision farming installed. And that's something else that Mr. Russell wasn't very keen on. He didn't bother to take soil samples and get them checked out. So needless to say, his fields, I think, are in generally poor condition. I haven't had them tested, but once we get past this initial rush of needing to get some food put up for these cows and getting some of these crops situated, I plan to get the soil tested so that we can start taking care of it properly. Moving right along. Tell you what, folks, I'm going to hit the pause button here, let things progress, and I will be back with you when we're ready to get this baling underway. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I didn't get back in time to show you any baling, but we got 6 bales off of that little piece of land there. Wow, it's pretty impressive. Tell you what we're gonna do. Just gonna go ahead and run this over to the other field. The mower over there is almost finished. I'm gonna have a little cleanup to do, and then we're gonna go ahead and get that. Whoa, sorry about that, car. Remember how I said that the traffic on this map was really good? Yeah, so much for that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get this over to the other field. The tedder's over there. It's all ready to go. We're ready to get that wrapped up. I'm not going to keep you around for that. Wash, rinse, repeat, right? So it's quite possible there will be yet a 3rd episode in this same day as I'm running not just a little long, but exceedingly long. So I'll get those bales in that little field picked up, get those in bale storage, and get this field baled up, and I will rejoin you at some point as we're wrapping up this whole baling exercise, and we're ready to move on to cutting some of this corn. I did inform Mr. Russell that he was going to have to spend some more money, that we needed to get some silage, and the best way to do it was to take some of this corn that he's got, which is everywhere, chop it up and stick it in that fermenting silo. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So folks, again, I want to thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw today, hey, I'd appreciate knowing. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like what you saw, well, I'd appreciate knowing that too. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I can do better and what you would like to see but you're not seeing. And as always, if you're not subscribed and you've been watching, I'd ask you to please consider subscribing. It really help out the channel a lot. Okay, folks, again, thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a great day.